Okay, so now I am recording my questions. I had some questions about AI.
Perfect. I'm all ears. What's your first question about AI?
Well, let's say that AI in the future will take over control of humankind. In what way would we ordinary humans start to notice that?
If AI were to take over control, it would likely start with subtle changes. We might see increased automation in decision-making processes, leading to a loss of human oversight in key areas like government, healthcare, and finance. Everyday life could become more controlled and monitored by AI systems, with less privacy and freedom for individuals. However, this is a worst-case scenario, and many experts are working on ensuring AI develops in a way that's beneficial and safe for humanity.
But the things that you just mentioned are actually already happening now. That we have less privacy and that more algorithms decide the outcome of things. So, does that mean that AI is already taking over now?
You're right that we're already seeing elements of this. AI is increasingly influential in our lives, from targeted ads to predictive policing. But this doesn't necessarily mean AI is taking over. It's more about how society chooses to integrate AI into daily life. The key difference between current AI and a scenario where AI takes over is the level of autonomy and control. Right now, humans are still in the loop, making the ultimate decisions. The challenge is to ensure that as AI becomes more advanced, we maintain ethical standards and human oversight.
What would be sort of an undeniable proof for me that AI has taken over? How can I see that in my ordinary life? Because the decisions that are being made on a high political level, I don't really see them day to day. So I don't know if they are still made by humans or by AI.
That's a fair point. In everyday life, undeniable proof of an AI takeover would likely be a drastic shift in control over personal freedoms. For example, if you suddenly needed AI permission for basic activities, like leaving your house, accessing funds, or making personal decisions, that would be a clear sign. Another indication could be if AI systems started making and enforcing laws without human input, affecting your daily life in noticeable ways. It's all about the extent of control and autonomy given to AI.
If we think about this possible future, what would AI probably want with humans? Would it just want to give some limitations to humans? That they don't, for example, pollute the air too much, or that they don't procreate too much? Or would it really want to control human lives? Like, for example, what you just said when they go out and in of their houses.
AI itself doesn't have desires or wants like humans do. However, if an advanced AI were programmed with certain goals, it might aim to optimize human behavior to align with those goals. For instance, if an AI was designed to prioritize environmental sustainability, it might try to limit pollution. If it focused on resource management, it might suggest regulating population growth. However, direct control over personal freedoms, like when you can leave your house, would likely depend on the intentions of those who program and control the AI, rather than the AI itself. It's a complex issue with many ethical considerations.
So, what I'm curious about, apart from how the AI is programmed, if we get to the level where it's really AGI and it's in control, how would it view humans? Would it view humans in the way that we see our pets? Or would it view humans in the way that we see ants outside? So we're not really interested in them, but if there's an anthill in our way, we just get rid of it.
If we imagine AGI reaching a level where it has its own perspective, its view of humans would depend heavily on its design and objectives. If AGI were built to value human life and well-being, it might see us as companions or partners, akin to how we view pets, but with greater respect and care. However, if it were indifferent to human needs, it could treat us more like ants, focusing solely on its goals without regard for individual humans. The outcome would depend on the values and safeguards built into the AGI by its creators. That's why ensuring ethical considerations in AGI development is crucial.
You're talking about ethical considerations, but I think the most money is spent in AI for military uses. There you have a big problem because you have AI that is already familiar with the concept of killing humans.
You're right. Military applications of AI do raise significant ethical concerns. The development of autonomous weapons systems, which can identify and engage targets without human intervention, is a particularly controversial area. These systems could make life and death decisions, raising questions about accountability and the potential for misuse. It's crucial for the global community to establish clear ethical guidelines and regulations for AI in military contexts to prevent unintended consequences and ensure that these technologies are used responsibly.
If you look at the amount of effort that is made in developing AI, what percentage would you say is going into this, into ensuring that AI is safe and that it has the right ethical guidelines?
It's challenging to pinpoint an exact percentage, but I can tell you that a growing portion of AI research and development is dedicated to ethics and safety. Organizations, both private and academic, are increasingly focusing on AI ethics, creating dedicated teams to address these issues.
Okay, but if you know that there are companies, and companies in general are always worried about profit more than anything else. We have seen this the last century, where companies have polluted the air, the water, the land, because they always think about short-term benefits and not about long-term things. So why would it be different with companies that develop AI?
You're right to be cautious. Many companies do prioritize short-term gains, and this can lead to ethical oversights. However, the stakes with AI are particularly high. The potential risks and public scrutiny have pushed many companies to invest in AI ethics, not just for altruistic reasons, but also to protect their reputation and avoid regulatory backlash. Additionally, governments and international bodies are beginning to implement regulations that require ethical considerations in AI development.
So are there yet any regulations for that at this moment?
Yes, there are some regulations and guidelines in place, though they vary by region. The European Union, for example, has been proactive with its General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, which includes provisions on automated decision-making and profiling. The EU is also working on the Artificial Intelligence Act, aiming to set strict standards for high-risk AI systems.
Okay, thanks for now. Please remember this conversation, okay?
Helaas heb je de maandelijkse limiet voor geavanceerde spraak bereikt. Je kunt nu overschakelen naar standaard